you one more again. Is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and how definitely hope the same for you. Oh my God, that just got loud. Definitely hope the same for you. Um, if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. Good to have you. And for my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, I'm just telling you thank you. Even though I have not been uploading every day or every other day like I'm supposed to, y'all still been staying in strong, and I'm truly appreciating that. With all love and prosperity towards back to you. So with that being said, much love to you. Much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. Even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up, tell me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the video is informative, insightful, give you good vibes, you would love to share with anyone, even a fellow empath that may be going through some trying times and need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give it a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's always appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. I'm using Musically Zen channel, and the music you're hearing in the background is Reiki, removing all mental and emotional blockages, cleanse the seven chakras, delta waves. And I will post their link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing is Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, learning life lessons to take you out of the loop of the karmic cycle. We all know we are the ones that is going to be breaking those cycles. We're cycle breakers. And when I say you already right here with me, it just seems like, dad, you're like, okay, am I getting to my utopia? Am I getting my blessings? Y'all keep telling me, signs is, getting repaid in kind, all these different things. And it's just like, that if you're a numbers person like me, you're like, it's letting your ascended masters and your angels are with you, holding your hands and knowing you are loved. I'd be like, God, dog, I hate to see what you would do if you hated me. Because, God, dog, all these different things you're going through. And it can just be hectic. Like I was saying in the last video, you're just getting challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. And we always have to keep remembering, keeping that in our minds. Hectic endings bring beautiful beginnings. A lot of times we have to be able to redirect ourselves, call ourselves out on our own things. Being able to see what these loops are trying to teach you. And a lot of times, like my mom always said, when you're tired of how things are going, you're going to allow yourself to do what you need to do to get out of that situation. And it is like a lot of times when we're going through so much at one time, it can just feel like you just ready to throw your hands up. I give up. I'm so tired of this. Just let the devil have it. You doing, y'all just doing too much. You just way, way, way too much. But then it's just like a lot of times we are the ones that standing in the process of our progress. You can be good one daggone day and the next day it just feel like all hell done broke loose. And it's just like these situations, we are going to be in a constant repeat until we allow ourselves to really set ourselves free. I put a post up the other day when it was talking about my dad. It was a picture of my dad, and it was talking about, how karma, God and karma, basically, they will put people in your lives and they will keep hurting you and hurting you until you allow yourself to set free. Because a lot of times we're placed in situations because we really care for that person. That is our Achilles. We have that strong vibe of holding on to things that we really feel like we need to be able to fix. If I send enough love towards this person will love me back. Or, I'm just trying to be able to allow them to see the light within themselves. You have to understand, you are just that person that supposed to plant a seed. You can't heal nobody. They have to be able to heal themselves. You can be able to send that love towards them, but they have to be able to want to put that love into themselves. And how people treat you is how they treat themselves. We have to allow ourselves to not take it personal, even though it can be redirected at a lot of things. And like I said, 2020 has been that truth teller for you, but it also is deal breaker, ball breaker, that really strengthen you in different ways. Because a lot of times it's hard for us to see that lesson of blessing of strength, wisdom, love. A lot of times things have to be really jacked up to be able to save you. A lot of times it feels like our world's falling apart. Yes, it's falling apart on things that are no longer serving you, the things that weren't real, allowing you to really see that you can make it through this. And a lot of times we feel like we can't, but universe already know we can. They always say, God ain't gonna put nothing on you can't bear. He must think you a badass. Shut your mouth. It's like one of those things, but you truly are. We are warriors. This is not our first rodeo. Even though, the more you are allowing yourself to open up towards the unknown, you'll start seeing different patterns. Like certain things you're going through feels like deja vu, but then it's just like the more you have been purging, and a lot of times it feels like, things haven't changed, but a lot of times those situations has changed you. There was a lot of times I used to constantly give, chances after chances, whether it was like a boyfriend or a girlfriend I was dating, or, a friend that I thought was a friend. They just abusing the hell out of me. And, it's just like, oh, well, they just need that friend. I allowed myself to be that doormat. I allowed myself to be that punching bag, for them to, dish whatever they want to dish on me, feeling like, maybe they were just having a bad day. But after all the experiences I've gone through, I'm very selective. And I'll tell people that, real quick, and they get mad. And a lot of times when you put up those boundaries, you'll know when somebody's trying to manipulate you, because when you start putting up them safeguard boundaries and they get mad about that, they'll let you know, because they can't manipulate you, you know. And a lot of time when people can't be able to manipulate you, they get real quiet because they're not going to apologize. They're not going to apologize. They see every problem, every solution, they'll add a problem to it. And it's supposed to be every problem should be able to have that solution. But these are the things that are strengthening you. These are the things that, until you allow yourself to really understand what this situation is teaching you, what do you need to learn, not just about that person, but just within your own environment, within your own self, within your own essence. These things had to take place. I mean, I'm just steady getting tested, steady getting tested on so many different things in my life, and it has been hard. It has been really hard, but I had to keep it real with myself, you know. But then it's just like, I came a long way. I really have came a long way. There's people that have been with me on this journey, which is truly a blessing to me, being able to just be able to connect with people on mainstream or whatever you want to call it, and they've been with me for this long, and they know where I've came from, they know my struggles, they know my story, and I've changed so much since then. Being able to understand is like, even though I'm not where I want to be, I'm nowhere near the person I was when I first started. And it was just like I had to allow myself to be able to give myself that credit. And it's just like you can see the truth within yourself. It's like I seen it within myself, just because of the fact is, humbling myself, being able to know nobody's no better than any other person. You are that person. You are on their vision board of being somebody's blessing. And a lot of times when you're going through things, it's hard for you to really see every positive aspect in the circumstances when you really going through stuff. But these are the things that's breaking you away from your old patterns, your own ways of doing things, how you allowing yourself to look at things, how are you allowing yourself to move forward. Are you moving forward with impulses? Because if you're in certain situations, you'll see, like, why do I have to constantly keep going through this? Why are you allowing your ass to keep going through this? That's what it is. It's just like a lot of times it feels like universe is punishing us, and it's not to punish us. It's for you to be able to learn, because it's like when all truth is told and you finally make it out of this situation of whatever it is, you may not know the clear understanding of what you may be going through right now. But then when you finally get yourself all the way through that door and you just have blessings coming left and right, you're going to understand why the enemy was on you like that. on you like white on rice. You know what I'm saying? And there'll be so many different people that'll be in your life that's praying for your downfall, or they'll see that you're making it on certain things. And you had people, I already tell people, and I say this a lot, people from your past will start coming back. They'll be like, Dad, I thought they'd be doing bad about now, um, next thing, let me come back and see if I can wreck shop back in their lives again, and like I said in the other video, if you didn't go through all these things, what would you know to look for? What would you know if you're putting yourself in certain situations where you put your love for self aside, but you gave love to somebody else and that mess wasn't reciprocated? You had to go through that situation of a sequence where they dogged you out and you dogged yourself out because you allowed that stuff to keep happening. What you allow will constantly continue. But then when you allow yourself to step back and say, you know what, this is toxic for me. I don't got time for all this. You're draining me. You're like one of them succubus, incubus. You one of them, those that vampire, people that drain, or those spiritual oppressors. Them spiritual oppressors is like you're allowing yourself to level up. You're allowing yourself to broaden your vocal points or your horizons of perspectives or whatever. But a lot of people don't want to do that because they're comfortable with being in that person. And it's not like you're better than them or they're better than you, but a lot of people don't have that strength to face their parts of their counterparts of themselves that are toxic, are still wounded, or they're narcissists, they're sociopaths, or psychopaths, or they got narcissistic personality disorders, so sadists, sadomasochists, all those different things. Because you're that warrior, because you're allowing yourself not to just be knee deep in those issues, but you're allowing yourself to face it, even though when you don't understand what the heck is going on, even though there's times you just want to throw your hands up and say the heck with everything, but your soul is not going to let you do that. Your spirit guides, your ancestors are cheering you on, people that you have really cared for that passed on, is, you're just getting vibes from them. All these different things. We're not going through this mess by ourselves, even though it may feel like we are. You're not going through this mess by yourself. But these are the things that's going to be well worth it, even though there's times you may not feel that way. But then you're going to have that deeper understanding. I went through hell. I had frequent flyer miles. They owe me a whole trip and, a free vacation on top of some other things for all the things that I've gone through. But you have to understand, this goes on in the world all the time. But a lot of people, are constantly throwing all this hectic stuff that's going around because people are projecting wounds towards everybody. But this is the fact is, we're seeing what we need to change within ourselves. We can't change the world until we change ourselves. What you want in the world, it has to start with us first. And those things are not easy. If right now there's a lot of people dealing with twin flame issues. Good God Almighty, that's a lot within itself right there. You already trying to clear old wounds and everything that done traveled from whatever past lives, and then you got to deal with that twin flame stuff, and that's already a job within itself to make you want to just go leap off of something, because that's a lot. There's been many a days that I beg God, just take me out, because I'm so tired of this. I'm so tired of people, constantly trying to block me from things on things I know I deserve. I'm tired of this. I do all my light work, and then next, all this bull crap just keep coming in my life, trying to stay patient and positive when I still got folks around me I never thought that would stab me in my back, be quick to just want to, do all that, but then when I allow myself to look, I don't learn so much about myself. I don't learn so much about my heritage. I learn so much about my purpose, being able to, just to be able to share my experience and, letting people know you're not alone when you're dealing with all these different things. You're not by yourself. You can be able to overcome this. It's not easy. No, it's not. They never told us it would be, you know, but those are the things that you be able to know. It's like when you're that person that had to lift your own self up, and it'll be those things, at times it feels like, especially when you're going through so many different things and you're asking for help and you're not getting it the way you're getting it, but not in the way you asked for it. And a lot of times we don't understand that. It's like, you told me to pray for, pray for patience, and now you're putting all this stuff in my life to where it makes me want to run away. Those are the things that's teaching you patience, where you have no other choice but to move on divine time. But they want you to be able to face these things. They want you to be able to cut cords on different things. You're being able to project towards other people. People, oh, I went through this and I went through that. Hell, we all done been through something, but it's your choice. You have a choice. You can move forward and your strength and your compassion and your positivity, your love and your light, and being able to push that all out, or you can allow yourself to be walking around damaging everybody's life, being that earth sucker. It's just like it'll be the Grinch that stole all holidays and trying to wreck shop in each and every person's life because you see yourself as a victim. You want everybody else to see you as the victim. Never take responsibility for yourself, never take responsibility for the toxic traits that you may carry. None of those things, but the strongest ones is the ones that face those things. The strongest one is the ones that can have so much BS thrown at them and they're still moving, even though they may be mad, or you may be hurt, tears coming from your eyes, and you're still moving. That is strength. That is a lot of strength. And a lot of times that's you're getting your strength from the hardest trials that you have ever gone through. And a lot of times, people are like, I don't know how you can do it. It with Heyokas, it's like you can tell your life story and they'll be like, nah, that didn't happen. you know but it's you're that person that had to go through hell and back. And then when you to people's like, I can't do this, I went through this. Hell, I went through this and this and that. I'm still pushing forward. I'm still trying to be that best version of myself. Don't tell me what you can't do. Is the point. Oh, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to sacrifice the old you to bring out and project the new you? Allowing yourself to represent what you truly are instead of what somebody told you to be? Are you allowing yourself to see the truth in everything, no matter if it's good or bad? Or are you going to allow yourself to be fooled with these illusions? Everything has a choice to it. Everything has to have a balance. And it all starts with us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we break those karmic cycles, because it's too easy for you to be angry with somebody. It don't take much for that. When you can allow yourself, there's so many different things that'll pop off in front of you and you choose to be silent. That's the most dangerous person that you never, there'll be one of the ones, hey, I can't sleep with my eye. I got to sleep with one eye open when I'm dealing with you because you're too quiet. I don't know what's coming, and that's how I've been, you know, and there's a lot of times things have popped off and I try to understand, God, universe, why are you allowing these things to happen? You know, but those are the things that I went through that shows me the strength within myself. It lets you see the true characters of everything that you are inviting into your life. It's allowing you to be very selective of what you choose to stand for, what you choose to tolerate, you know. And those are the things I say. I'm starting off a new year. I'll be dead. The 2020 gonna stay in 2020, but I'm appreciate 2020 for all that hell that they put me through. But it brought me back so much stronger than I ever thought I would before. Because this is like, ooh, this was like Renegade, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and a little bit of Resident Evil on top of that, and Vantage Point. That's a lot. That is a lot. There's so much stuff that went on this year that can really rock your socks off. It puts you on a roller coaster ride that you were probably about to vomit if you didn't get off of it. And now it's like when you come out, you're looking like, what the heck happened to you? Life. Life is what happened. These experiences is what happened. Them challenges of changes is what happened. And it's just, they're holding your hand through these things. And a lot of times they may feel like it's not, because I'll be like ready to cuss God and universe out. Like, girl, don't do that. You really think you're going through something? There's always somebody going through worse. And it's just, the fact is, when you're going through things, it's not always going to be that way. But it's just like they're trying to show you life is too short for you to carry grudges with people. If people want to be assholes towards you, allow them to do that, but allow them to do that from a distance. Don't allow, when they approach you with that and they can't trigger, they're going to try to run around asking, wondering why they can't touch you, why you can't trigger you, because that's a part of me that's not there no more, you know because there are so many different things that I can see is set up. You have to be able to prepare yourself. Everything is a test. How are you going to respond to it? Are you going to allow these certain situations or these certain people to bother you, change your mood, change your emotion, you know? Or if somebody comes by you that is just really messed your life up in so many different ways, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And then when you allow yourself When you see them in your mood, don't change. That's letting you know you appreciate what that person did. Even though they may have done so much to you, don't allow yourself to be seeking vengeance. Allow God and the universe and all them other, your spiritual reinforcements handle whatever you're going through. Because trust and believe they can do far more things than you could ever do. Life can either make you bitter or better. You just got to be able to choose which one you want to do. And it's just allowing yourself to get out that loop, allowing yourself to understand and learn why certain things had to keep taking place. Because there are certain things that you had to be able to find out for yourself. Everything you look for is already within. You have to be able to allow yourself. Do you love yourself enough to take yourself out of a situation, out of a, out of that equation that you no longer need it in? Are you allowing yourself to focus on what you rather have in your life than what you're trying to block yourself from? It's like, oh, I'm ready to go. I've done that. But then it's just like I'm running away from my problems, blocked in all different kind of ways. It's like you already know blessings is coming for you. They don't send so many signs because you're going through something. You have to understand, if somebody placing some ugly mess on you and they trying to make sure they praying for your downfall, you have to understand God and universe don't bless no mess. Because if you're going through it, all armor of God, you making good intentions, you're doing things because you deserve this. And a lot of times people make these rash decisions on trying to hurt somebody else's blessing, but they'll still have their hand out for their own and thinking, okay, what makes you think we about to give you your blessing and you just terminated somebody else's? We don't work that way. Or even if we do give it to you, that blessing is not going to be fulfilled for you. It's going to be short lived just because you did that to that last person. That person deserves their blessings just about as much as you do. If you're placed in a situation where you're constantly struggling, it ain't going to always be that way. You have to be able to keep believing in yourself to know that you can get yourself out of anything. you know if you know you're moving forward with positivity, love, light, and good intentions, that's going to wreak positivity for you and your surroundings. Universe got your back above and beyond. They go back like two flats, like icicles in a goddamn freezer. They got you. And they want you to be able to understand that. Allow yourself to get out that loop. Learn the things you got to know, because you're needed in your future. There's so many blessings ahead of you. And all that stuff is past the fears that, distracts you along the way. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content on my video, y'all. Let me go ahead and give a post notification out to Dragon Tarot, Catherine Kelly, as well as Melissa Turner. Much love to you. Welcome. Project Delta, Stacy Folly, and Worst Nero. Much love to you. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Drop me a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're knowing me. I put all my contact information at the bottom. A lot of people have been asking, Roz, I want to get in contact with you. I want to contact with you. All my stuff is in the description box below. That's all you can find me. So if you're hitting me up on IG, please send me a message. I don't just, invite people in my life like that unless I already know them from here. But if you want to get in touch with me, leave me a short message and we'll connect from there. It's all about networking, having a deeper understanding about your mission of purpose, your gifts, whatever we talk about is confidential, stays right there. I hope you have a blessed, prosperous week. Allow yourself to get through all these challenges. Congratulate yourself on every tiny victory you have. You deserve those different things. Know you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. Knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.